In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Welcome back to who the hell else is it going to be? Another pointless automotive podcast, and we're back at it with some pointless shenanigans as always. Frank, how you doing this wonderful evening?
Oh, I'm doing
refreshing.
good. I am. Well, I don't know. I'm having what I was going to potentially save for late night confidential recordings. But I'm out of beer, and I don't want to go buy more.
Okay.
When I have some here, even though it's terrible, it's left over from the Camping While Awesome rally.
Nice.
And that is some Busch Light that I picked up a 30-pack of. In my travels.
Between the both of us, we've got Busch Light and Miller Light, which we're going to be hydrated through this thing, which is
we will be very hydrated.
fantastic.
And related to an off-air conversation we were just having. And so I get to enjoy some Busch on the pod.
It's coming back. It's been since the 90s, really, since I've encountered such an offering of
Copious
Busch out in the wild.
Yeah.
It's good for Busch. But anyway, back to the
Busch era, even.
Ooh, junior or senior?
Oh, it did stay HW. We're 90s, it's HW.
Okay, we'll go with it.
Herbert Walker.
I do like a broccoli barfing, but
True.
We'll keep it with the youthful one. Mm-hmm. He's very old now. So today, guys, more topical than W or senior Busch is the high fuel prices we are all facing at the pumps, and we're not.
Can we blame a Busch for that?
I still blame Obama for everything. I don't know what you guys
Thanks,
are doing.
Obama.
Yeah, thanks, man. Or the Joe Biden. I did this. I mean, we should have like a Velcro president's head because you can just swap it for every presidency lately.
What if we make merch that's like two different versions of that same sticker, except it's like my face or your face, and it's like I did this, and you just put it on whatever, right? Like a clogged toilet. I don't know. You can put it on anything.
Usually, I do assume responsibility for that 98% of the time. But so high prices, gas prices, and I was just going to comment on. We're not very topical as a podcast, I'd say overall.
No, by design.
We're going to get there tonight. So fuel prices are probably pretty close to all-time highs that we've experienced in the past, I don't know, decade. So it's horrible as car enthusiasts to suffer through this because a lot of, not that we drive like big horsepower, power thirsty gas drinking machines. It's just we drive shitty cars that aren't fuel efficient most of the time.
Right.
So, you got to pay the price there, especially for our off-road bills that we're doing. This is a nightmare for me with the Xterra. But fuel prices are fucking gross. So yeah, we could always go, hey, go get a used Tesla. Hey, go get a Prius. But I kind of wanted to explore some fuel efficient vehicles that are maybe like underrepresented in the marketplace and that are
hopefully that
cool.
don't suck.
Yeah. And well, yes, must not suck. Definitely doesn't suck down fuel, but
Sure.
It has to be somewhat cool, kind of obscure and fun. I think this would be something we could run with because I think we both probably know a few of these examples that we're gonna rattle off.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun little exercise, man.
I mean, I think what's interesting is because I feel like people have gotten spoiled when it comes to just like accoutrements in a daily driver. And with a lot of those accoutrements comes weight, and with weight comes both a fun penalty and a fuel economy penalty. So, I think a lot of this just comes down to interesting stuff that doesn't suck, that isn't like massive, right?
Right.
I don't know about you. I don't mentally have a whole lot of SUVs in my solutions list here. But should we just start off with like the obvious answer?
Oh, lay it on me because I have a few obvious answers.
Well, I mean, like, what is always the answer?
Oh, you think it's Miata in this case?
I think it could be Miata.
Okay.
If you can stomach effectively dailying a Miata, which like anything newer than NB, I think is not super difficult to do.
Sure.
At A and B, it's like in today's traffic, it could be a little hazardous. It could be a little daunting, a little uncomfortable. But like,
God, NBs feel like 30 years newer than NAs, having owned examples of both. They really do, especially the later runs.
Yeah, but just
you're
like
right,
going up
size.
to your NA and like opening one finger, opening the little door, like, but yeah, NC, like even NA and NB, but like NC and D, decently good daily, pretty damn good at the pump. Not like, I mean, it's not something you're really going to hypermile because they're not really geared for it. But, you know, if you want something that's interesting and fun, it's a reasonably good commuter, checks all the boxes outside of raw comfort and safety. I don't know. I think that could be a pretty decent solution in a way that's not going to absolutely just undress you at the pump.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude. Yours is
unless
way more
you undress to pump. In which case,
usually,
well, Swedish type of pump.
Oh, it's not my bag, baby. No. It's not my thing. Remember when Austin Powers got busted for the one penis pump?
Yes,
and it had his name on it or something.
Exactly. That's your name right here.
Yeah, no, you went way more sporty than anything on my list, and I appreciate that. As long as you're not.
I mean, that's like I want to start at the sporty end of the spectrum and kind of go the other way.
Absolutely, because the first one I'm going to name is very different than that. I do love a Miata, something much. The only time a Miata really sucks is if you have to haul like other people, right? Like you have a one passenger limit, really. But besides that, I think the trunk space is really good. The ergonomics aren't horrible if you stay away like from the early NAs, which I love the NAs. But yeah, you get into a later NB or an NC modern, super modern feel. I'm going to throw it back a little older. Something I've actually owned, Honda Civic VX.
Yeah.
So EG Civic hatchback, no power at all, lean burn if you get outside of California with a federal one. I could hit 50 miles per gallon all day with mine. Now, you want to talk about a Spartan experience. These things are pretty stripped out. It's a 5-speed manual, a lot of engine off to get that fuel economy, all kinds of fun little hypermiling tricks. I think they're cool. I love the EG Civic. Talk about a functional car, full back seat, hatchback setup, small, probably crash test rating of -2. I think they're cool. I think that's a good alternative and still enthusiastic because they're super lightweight. I think it's like a 2,000 pound car on its heaviest day, little 1.5 liter iVTEC, I think it was called at the time. So pretty interesting motor in there. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
No, they're cool. And you know, they're hard to find in like unruined shape because so many of them, it was like, oh, it's the lightweight one. And so people would buy them and you know, do H22 swaps and all kinds of crazy shit, which is cool in its own right, but it's beyond the scope of the conversation we're having today. So finding a clean, unbastardized one is pretty tough.
Yeah, real tough.
But the good news is, if you want to have something that gets really good gas mileage, you can kind of borderline hypermile, if not outright hypermile, but want it to be cool. You know, you can put insert JDM wheel of choice on it and you won't take a massive penalty. You could put sway bars and suspension on it and just like build like the most pure momentum car, like commuter. Like, I don't know, like there's something really appealing about that. If you can find a good one. When's the last time you've seen a good clean stock one?
Dude, yeah.
With under 300,000 miles. And
they don't exist, or they'll be like coilovered or something horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, big engine swap candidate because you said the lightweight. They had no power steering, no ABS, none of the aids, so they were super light. That motor had a lot of personality. Yeah, I know.
You have so much of the aids.
Carrying all the aids.
Yeah.
I do it for the I was gonna say I do it for the children, but that makes it somehow. No, I made it worse.
Yeah.
I'll walk that one back.
Perhaps it's because your Johnson is magic. I don't know.
Ooh.
But it really throws to that car's grandpappy, which is the CRX-HF.
Yep, on the list too. Definitely, it feels even more archaic because carbureted, right?
Oh, for sure. It really carbureted. you only 2 seats, even smaller. And then if you go back a step further to an OG 1.3 liter original CRX.
Yeah.
Now that's even more antiquated, extreme death trap. They're very cool.
Very cool car.
But,
Less
like,
functional
really
than the
pushing
VX,
the limit.
right? Like, because you lose the back seat and the extra
Sure.
space. But yeah, the HF is on there because I think that was the original one that hit over 50 mpgs.
I think too, the original, like if you got like an 84 or 85 with the 1.3, I believe those are also 50 plus mile per gallon cars.
They were in kind of by design and kind of by lack of power. Was that how
lack
that
of
one
power? It's interesting it's always really difficult to compare cars early to mid 80s to anything remotely modern for fuel economy, because the numbers were heavily gamed, and we're talking a 55 mile an hour speed limit. So it gets really tough, but
fuel didn't have ethanol in it. There's probably all these factors, right? Like the SEE adjustments that you mentioned. There's a lot of things that
higher
tweaked.
sulfur. There's a whole bunch of weird shit. But also to talk about like a fucking death trap, like
dude, but
rolling around like an early base CRV or CRX.
Dude. I'm into it.
Super cool, but like one of those would make an NA feel just fat and luxurious.
There's something. So I will say this, man. Like I'm getting super amped about this because I love. There's something just as much as like an efficient like sports car that's got a good weight balance and good amount of horsepower. There's something about a fuel efficient car that's designed that way that really fires me up, dude. There is something like driving one of them, trying to eke out that extra mile per gallon is something I actually really enjoy, and I do appreciate the engineering that goes into these things. Even though we are talking about like deeply 30-plus-year-old cars at this point, right? But there is there's even a newer, if you go EK, there's the Civic HX, which was kind of like the modern take. Of course, the fuel economy took a hit because you did add like some crash test worthiness and modern amenities and
weren't a lot of those automatics.
They were
available in an auto.
So that was a big difference too, but you could still get one with a stick. Yeah, dude, same. They had it. Well, there were 14s. The VX had the 13s, the light ones, which was epic on mine because you couldn't buy those if you had to. Those things were bought up and hoarded away. But super cool. I think I would put the HX if you need something a little more modern. That's going to be your mid 90s, 96, 97.
Will get stolen, but that's fine.
Absolutely. Well, keep that HX badge on there,
bro. So I looked it up. A base, like an 84 CRX base with the 1.3. Guess its weight.
It's got to be like 1,820 pounds.
1719. The 1.5 with some niceties was 1819.
Still incredibly there's no crash test worthiness there. But no, these I really dig on any of those three. If you want to get something cool and like fuel efficient minded and like still, I dare you say like kind of an enthusiast car because they are pretty cool in their own rights. I say either those three Honda products are just a really cool option.
I mean, that was it was kind of Honda's bread and butter in period was like, oh, hey, here's this like quirky foreign motorcycle company that made this 1980 Passport behind me. It was just, you meet the nicest people on a Honda, and it's like they're fun and they're lightweight and they're economical, and that was their existence. And so they were really doing that to an extreme degree in the 80s and into the 90s. And so there's a lot of stuff if you don't want the hot fancy thing. And even if you do, right? Let's go get a 3rd gen Prelude, 4th gen Prelude base model.
True.
Get a base 4-cylinder Accord, you'll be getting 30 miles a gallon, which is nothing extreme, but if you want the quirk and the age, then that's a really good way to do it. Yeah,
because for sure, because these three cars definitely were slanted way towards fuel economy versus any kind of sporty aspirations, 100% with the HF, HX, and VX, which is cool because you don't have to worry about hybrid complexity. It was just, and parts are available. Parts are cheap. Maintenance is easy. I think it's cool that these things existed. Let's go something possibly even more Spartan than the Civic VX. How about a Geo Metro XFI?
Sure.
I mean, that's kind of Jeez, that's going to get you there. That's going to get you to that mid-century MPG club every time you drive it.
It absolutely will.
Mm-hmm.
You have to plan ahead when it comes to accelerating, braking, merging, turning.
Yeah.
Really cheap to run.
Mm-hmm.
Not just fuel wise, but like maintenance, right? Because you know these motors, the G10 1 liter 3-cylinder parts are available.
Yep.
And they're inexpensive, and these are very simple machines. XFI, that's just it's not even EFI. I mean, it's throttle body injected. I guess it is EFI, but it's throttle body injected.
Yep.
Not port injected. It's got one fuel injector. I think it might have 2. 1 to 2 in the throttle body.
Potentially 2.
It has 3 intake valves, 3 exhaust valves, 3 plug wires. It's a very rudimentary thing. So just to keep it fat and fed and happy is very simple to do. Your medical bills when you get in an accident won't be inexpensive. Otherwise,
they'll be zero because you won't have. You'll just have to pay. Like your funeral arrangements will cost.
Well, that's what you
something.
do. It's like. It's like there's a couple different ways to plan it if you're going to go like on like a road trip in a questionable car. And one of them is like, well, I'm just going to get like a AAA card with 150 miles of tow, and that's my backup plan. And that's one way to do it. Similar is if you're dailying a Metro, you just take out a really nice life insurance policy. So instead of burdening your family with your continued presence, you reward your violent vehicular death with a windfall of cash.
I love it. A lot of insurance companies too, when you call to expand your coverage, well, you'll be like, well, I just, it came into my hands. I got a Metro XFI, and they're like, say no more. Say no more. We'll sign you up for
the Metro package.
Yeah.
It's $1,900 a week.
It's no. And I'm naming a lot of vintage cars. I know a lot of folks don't want to get out there and pedal around in a vintage vehicle like we're talking about, but these are still available, which is cool. I do have another vintage one I do want to mention, Frank. I want to run this by you.
Yeah, keep coming.
How about a Mark 1 Rabbit TDI? You're gonna get 50 mpgs.
Wait, like a Mark 1 Rabbit diesel, like early 80s diesel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oof. First off, I'd rather do a Caddy diesel. I mean, a Volkswagen Caddy diesel, not a Cadillac diesel. Although that would be sick too. They don't really get that good economy.
You're not gonna, and it's probably not gonna run as long. But
good night. I mean, you could do that. The problem, and I thought about diesel stuff. Diesel is spendy right now here in California.
It's same as premium.
$8 a gallon. And so I like it, and those are cool, very cool. But you want to talk about take a play out of that CR, that 1.3 liter CRX, but then make it slower. Boy, cool.
50 mpgs, no problem.
I mean, except for the rest of the driving experience, it's super cool, but that's a really tough sell on today's roads.
Comes packaged with extra NVH. They're really rough. That's probably the most Spartan vehicle I named. I think a Metro XFI feels incredibly modern versus a.
Oh, it's definitely more sprightly.
Yeah. So
less cool, but you can make those cool.
I do like this period of car, like, because they are, well, the pluses, right? Let's go over the plus. Obviously, unbeatable fuel economy, safety stuff cast aside to get some of that, but easy to maintain too. I think we could safely say for each of these are cheap running vehicles. Yeah. Also, none of these trip any high price tags, right? These are all, if you can find them, right? That's the challenge. But if you can find a decent, clean one, you're probably around $5 for like a runner. It's not going to be pretty. Just get over that fact. It's going to run pretty decent. And I think that's a lot of value right now when we're talking $6 for regular. A gallon. I think these are things to look at. Now, I did prepare a modern list too, but I kind of I like the vintage stuff, dude. I just want to say I think the cars we named, all of them are awesome. Like I get behind
for sure. And I think kind of for the vintagey stuff, I do think you can strike a balance between. Because my thought is, if you're going to bite the bullet and do something vintage, like 80s, 90s vintage, you kind of can you can take a little bit of a MPG penalty and get something that's not a pure penalty box like a diesel Rabbit or a Metro, which are great. Like they totally fit the bill. They're like the pinnacle of fuel economy. But if you're already skewing vintage, I feel like you're already willing to make some sacrifices.
Sure.
Against pure miles per gallon. Because if you're doing pure miles per gallon, you're just going to get yourself my daily, a CT200H or a second gen Prius or something, and not worry about any cool factor. If you want a little bit of cool factor, I think if you do something like get yourself an early MR, an 85 MR2.
Okay.
Which you're going to get low 30s, which isn't extreme. But compared to vintage coolness, general coolness, fun to drive-ness, I think you can strike that balance. Same with like a third gen Prelude or something like a an NX 2000, or get an NX 1600,
right,
with the digital dash, which is
literally tripping over them in the marketplace. Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, same with a decent Civic VX,
true,
or CRX,
but
or Diesel Rabbit.
You're going from 50 to 30, which is the same delta as 30 to 10, which is a significant
not
delta.
by percentage.
No, but it's the same hit, right?
But your likelihood of dying because it takes you 48 seconds to get to the speed limit is a lot lower, right? So there's no arguing that there's not some sort of a penalty. But my thought is, if you're going to make the penalty, if you're going to trade pure miles per gallon for coolness, or I should say, if you want, let's say you're targeting at least 45 miles a gallon, and you're saying, well, I can get a second gen Prius for $4,000, or I can get a Diesel Rabbit with no paint on it for $4,000, and I'd rather have the Diesel Rabbit with no paint on it because it's far more cool.
Right,
which I agree is the case. And great, like you're making sacrifices, and if you want to make a little bit more sacrifice, say, I don't want 45 miles a gallon, I want 32. Then you can do that, or like a first gen Integra would fit that bill too. So I don't know. There's a lot to consider. I think anything that's under 30 miles a gallon should not be in the conversation. Period.
Yeah, and I think especially for this exercise, because it is combating high fuel costs. So I'm assuming the person doesn't have like super expendable income, and every penny they can save with fuel cost is absolutely money back in the bank. And I want to remind folks, like, you go back to the 07, 08 time era where the real estate market collapses. Do you guys remember how Geo Metros like tripled, quadrupled in price? And they would all be gone today if it wasn't for that.
Insights.
So, yeah, things like that. So like, I think the market's there for these guys. And for this exercise especially, we're getting a little overzealous and just targeting that one attribute of fuel economy. But it's a big one, man. I mean, the fact that these cars existed, like we're trying to like finagle hybrids now to get those kind of numbers. And back in the day, they could package it all in a $5,000 to $6,000 MSRP car, right? So it's kind of it's kind of
and that's not without sacrifices.
Yeah.
And what sucks though is, as much as I'm sitting here bemoaning the sacrifices that someone's going to have to make to get that 48 mile per gallon CRX to function in today's world.
Yep.
What kind of is shitty. And we've discussed this many a time in the past, and not to sit here and try and workshop the reasons why. But what's shitty is like, that's kind of almost not a thing in the marketplace today. Like it's so difficult just like, let me go buy the brand new 2026 high mile per gallon penalty box.
Right.
I mean, the closest thing to that is probably a base Corolla hybrid, which I think is like 22, 23.
God, is the hybrid that cheap? I would argue.
I think it is.
I think it's more than that.
It is.
I don't even think you can get a base Corolla is like low 20s. I don't know about that, man.
26. Cool. But yeah, it just sucks that there's like buying the penalty box is a hard thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Like, there's been a lot of advances in safety and modern.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but Corolla hybrid starting MSRP base is $24,575.
Okay. And that's going to be a
So
roll-up window event.
24 and a half. Yeah, for an LE, which you can add for $1,400, you can add all-wheel drive, which is kind of funny to be like, oh, it's stripper, add all-wheel drive.
Take the hit on that one.
Yeah, and you get MPG. You get combined 50.
There we go.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. But yeah, that's like the cheapest, closest thing you can get to a penalty box.
Yeah, and if you
I want my
options-
absolute painful penalty box to come back on the market. Damn it!
Which one's that? The
any give me a Mirage. I want a.
I was going to say a Mirage like manual, probably right there.
4-speed manual,
a Versa Note.
Yeah.
Those
They actually specifically install recalled Takata airbags to keep the price down. Yeah,
I'll take the no airbag option, please.
That's a $2,500 increase, actually.
Sir, you have to take the shrapnel airbag. It's
exactly.
in the
Claymore edition
package deal. Okay, yes. So those are like, if you're gonna go all in, which I'm always team all in if I'm heading towards like an objective like fuel economy, I'm like, okay, that's immediately pops into my head. Like I said, I've owned the VX and it was a super fun project to restore that car, keep it efficient, get super low rolling resistant tires, all the fun things you can do, like take the goddamn spare out, all that kind of fun stuff to save. Like eke out those. That is fun to me. So,
can I quick throw one vintage honorable mention here?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you familiar with the concept of the Plymouth Feather Duster?
Yes, but I want to hear this. I want to
hear. Okay.
I want to hear this
it's not. I'm not just like unveiling my French maid kink. It's
it's been revealed. That's old news, my
confirmed.
friend.
I think it was 1976 only, or it might have been 75 and 76. So the end run Plymouth A body, that's like the classic Plymouth Duster, where you can get it with it was called the Feather Duster, and it was what it was called because it was they made it as lightweight and fuel economy. I mean, this is the mid to late 70s. So this was like OPEC shenanigans. And so like, okay, how quickly can we bring something to market as a quote unquote economy car? So it was 225 slant 6, 4-speed, but it was not a traditional 4-speed where fourth is a 1-to-1 ratio. It was a 3-speed with fourth as an overdrive gear.
Right.
So you had, I believe it was a 245 final drive ratio. And also, I think it had aluminum hood and deck lid.
So I think there was
really thin, instead of chrome bumpers, they like thinned them out. And so it was like a thin, just stamped painted bumpers front and rear. So it was lighter.
I read an article about this like maybe 2 years ago about how they all the cost cutting they did to make that car happen, and it was you could see the actual flex in the vehicle on a windy day, like something about. I'm not even joking. Like they talked about it, and do you think there's any of those left?
Ooh, probably not. Well, that just like I was talking about the VX, right? They became the one to hot rod because like, oh my god, like factory aluminum body panels and lightweight bumpers and this and that. Now the rear disc got thrown in the dumpster, but the rest of it,
100%,
they got salvaged. So there's probably one left on the globe, and it's probably been sitting in a field for 200 years. But
yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try. I want to find that article. Yeah, somebody sent that to me, and they were like, "Have you heard of this thing?" And I was like, "This is the scariest thing I've ever." I love to drive it. There's some weird like early like gas Christ malaise era stuff where it was like, like we're getting our ass handed to us as a manufacturer. We need to push. I think there was like a super stripper Chevy Vega that was in the same era as well, where like it came with like, I think it was like even like fixed windows or something absolutely insane. Just like rear seat delete, just the absolute most bare bones version. I mean, that's cool. I do like that stuff. Like probably not the best daily
penalty box. No,
approach.
It wasn't then. Like,
yeah,
they came and they went because it was like, oh, we took this cost cutting thing too far, which is a wonderful concept to have one of those now, which is like so extreme stripper.
Yeah, it is cool. That is a cool car. Should we even do the modern stuff?
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, you already named it. Lexus CT, owned a couple of them. Like zero penalty box, right? Like nice interior, look nice. You're gonna get low to mid 40s, killer cars. Those are great, good reliability, all that fun stuff. Prius, we don't even need to name, right? That's foolish. How about Toyota Echo? Something to that effect. That's modern-ish, kind of a modern penalty box, right?
Yeah, I mean it's basically a Tercel by another name, except designed by Calty, and I would say the 2-door pre-facelift Toyota Echo has maybe the worst side profile of any vehicle produced.
It's so
in
disgusting.
The last 50 years.
It's just it's taller than it is wide. It's the weirdest thing.
It's chodish, if you will. They're so bizarre. Just like the quarter panels look weird, the aperture panel, like the door opening looks weird. All of it is just like an absolute head scratcher design case.
If you squint though, modern WRX hints around the wheel wells.
Less cladding, but yeah, no, those are interesting.
Impossibly cheap to run, good on fuel, simple. We're talking simple cars, right? Like that's a good option, and they're plentiful. You can get out there and you get it in a Manuel. I don't think that's it's not a great way to live, but
it's not a great way to live. I think if you're gonna do that, like you might as well do something like a CRZ, unless you need a back seat.
Yeah, I would say longevity, like no hybrid worries. Like you can get a high mileage. Sure. You get a high mileage Echo for like $2,000, right?
You can get a low mileage Echo for like $2,000.
They're out there. They are out
there. They might be one of the single most overlooked Toyotas.
Right.
Ever? Maybe not ever, but close to it.
Maybe some of the Yaris variants, but yeah,
I think a Yaris is more known and more desirable.
There's some shitty ones, but yeah, it's kind of the same recipe, right? I put Yaris on my list too. You can get like a base Yaris will get you pretty good fuel economy. Again, very simple car. How about you said it? Honda Insight, the first gen manual.
Yeah,
that's going to be the MPG champ, right? Like as far as modern fuel economy goes, oof.
Yeah, like that's another one that if you can find a good low mile manual one,
you can.
It's actually going to command maybe not a surprising premium, but they do command a fair amount of money. Similar to, can I throw out a name of a car and then also claim that it's wildly overrated? And I might. This is going to be hot take alert.
Yeah.
I know so many people that claim that the Honda Fit is the single greatest modern car ever made.
No.
And they're not without merit.
Mm-hmm.
They are kind of fun, but they're not that like, they are absolutely an economy car. And the fact that people treat them as like a desirable sporting thing and like, oh no, it's a 4-door Miata, I think is absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
If you're looking for an economy car,
mm-hmm.
they are a very good economy car.
They're fine.
Yes.
They're fine.
But people are like, oh yeah, like there's a whole spec series for them. That means they're incredible. And I push back against that. I've driven a handful of them and all of them are like, oh, this is a sprightly little Econobox.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing more. Now, would have been dope if they made like a Go Fast one. If they made a hot
an one. SI or a Type R, God forbid. I agree. So my take has always been on the Fit. So the Fit, first off, I've never seen a Miata with drum brakes. Here's every Fit ever made. The Fiesta ST, which is, I don't know, infinitesimally faster.
Wait, I mean, it's
better. But listen,
cars.
But the Fiesta ST gets better fuel economy average. That's the craziest part of that comparison. Like you can come in with we're talking about fuel economy today. You come in here and say, oh, I have a Honda Fit. I can crack 30 miles per gallon. My average was like almost 32 with my Fist. And I beat the shit out of that car. So it's like
with your Fist.
Yeah. And I had all the fun. It looked way better. It was way more feature laden. And Maybe not the
probably
Honda
less
reliability.
reliable.
Yeah, probably long term. I mean, I had no mileage on it, but it was like the same price as a Fit too. So when you really compare the two, it's like that's not a hard choice to make. I get the Fit, but yeah, I think they're way too vaunted. They're over vaunted for what they are, and they're not sporty. As like even if you get a sport one, I don't I don't think it's a sports car. You know?
No, and I think most people would say, well, no, it isn't a sports car. But it's a fun.
You'd be surprised.
It's a fun daily, and I don't think they're that fun.
Yeah,
that'd be like me calling my CT200H a fun daily, and it's a good daily. I don't know that it's especially fun. I think for what it is, it can be.
But it gets like 50% better fuel economy.
Yes,
right? Like,
yes, correct.
Also, the Fits are like super pricey though, right? Like,
that's what I mean. I think they're overappreciated in the marketplace and in like enthusiast spheres.
What's the Toyota version? The Yaris, right? Get a Yaris hatch and have the same.
If
thing.
you want an actual sporty one, go get that Vibe GT I was bouncing around in.
True, yeah. Even a Matrix XRS if you want that like brand recognition.
Yeah,
Honda the Insight though, that first gen, no one's going to touch you on fuel economy. Again, 2-seater, purely a 2-seater experience. So if you need more than 2 seats, that one's out. I think they look cool. I like the digital instrumentation's cool. I've always dug that. You can get a manual. Really dug on that one.
Question: What if you're a baddie? What if you're
don't have to think too hard on this one?
What if you're a bad bitch? What if you are bougie?
Done.
There. And strategically bleached.
Oh.
And you want something opulent with lots of room, but you don't want to spend too much. You want to ball on a budget.
Uh-huh.
How about a car that I know you've personally got a little bit of seat time in?
Fuel economy minded?
Ish. Because you're a baddie. GS 450H.
Fuck, it's a cool car.
You're talking a bit over 300 horsepower, 330, something like that.
Yeah, it's wild. All the torque.
All the torques. All the looks. All the comfort. All of the space and room. You lose a little bit of the trunk because of the battery. But
sure.
Not crazy expensive if you can find a good one.
Hard to find, yep.
They're hard to find. They didn't sell a ton of them. And you're getting low 30s combined miles per gallon. What about the GS 450H?
I love those, and they are cool. My buddy's I reviewed back in the day. He still has that car and loves it. Has like all these Tom's Japan parts on it, and it's so fast, dude. I think we knocked off like a 5.7 0 to 60, which on that's
the real fucking deal.
Like that's V8 muscle. It was faster than the what was it? The 430 was the no
my car that my LS 430.
They have the GS 430. They had a
GS 430 and then a GS 460.
Yep.
And it was probably faster.
I think it was faster than the 460, which was like the big shock of the time. Yep. But they were super pricey new. I know they have some like advanced systems that can be kind of pricey if they fail. But killer car. Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I was like, whoa, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the why am I blanking on the name? What was the Cadillac Volt again that you can get for nothing
the ELR.
Now? ELR, which was
especially if you get a 14, if you get a It's a weird 2-year only, 2014 and 2016. There's a gap year.
Yep.
And the 16 is the one you want because you just got better economy, better range.
But they were like 100 and something thousand new, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you can get them now for.
I saw one.
10.
I saw one yesterday. I saw a red one. I was like, oh shit.
I saw one for sale for 10 and I wanted to buy it, but I know the Volt is fucking abysmal. The build quality is so bad.
That's why you need an ELR.
Dude, if you want to be a bougie bitch with good fuel economy, can you do any better?
I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe not. No. That might be it. ELR. You're just finding one that's
where my mind went when you said that.
I have to imagine that I don't know. I haven't done ELR homework. Although shout out to I want to say like one of our very first episodes. I was like singing I think I was like defending the ELR.
It's so bad.
Go back to like episode 3 or 4 or something.
Or don't.
If you want to hear like the absolute worst production value. So just behind what you're hearing right now as far as quality. The ELRs are cool. But the also though, just like if you get an ES300H, Lexus ESs are really nice fucking machines.
Pricey though.
Not fucking machines.
Right now, those
Different
are like
kind of
15K, 20K for older ones. So you're getting a little more spendy. You get what you pay for there. Toyota Lexus hybrid technology can't be touched. We can all say that. I like that. I like that choice though, because that really probably is the most functional fuel economy car you can grab right now that can still be like luxurious, comfortable, safety, modern, all that fun stuff. Right. I think ES hybrid's good.
Yeah, ES hybrid. Or CT200 too. But
of course.
We've talked about that a bunch.
Anything with a 1.9 TDI, like whether it be a Jetta wagon, a Golf TDI, go older Passat wagon. I think those you can get a modern-ish version. You get like a 2010 or something, and it would still be good enough modernity for you. It would also be reliable enough. Those 1.9s are pretty stout and dirt cheap for the most part.
Yeah, and what's really good about those is if you have like a bunch of kids in your neighborhood that you hate, and you really want to potentially give them asthma and whatnot due to pollutants.
As you should. Yep.
Just get yourself an untouched Dieselgate car and just, burn them, smoke them.
Do they exist?
I don't know. I actually
think
don't know.
they logged them all, because if they either got turned in, and if they didn't, you had to do this thing where it says you acknowledged everything.
There's got to be one. There's got to be a couple out there.
Some dirty ass 1.9 TDI cruising around. I like it. Yeah. But these can be had. You're going to get like around 40 miles per gallon, which isn't like groundbreaking, but it is a modern car. No hybrid technology to worry about. They drive well. They drive very well. Yeah. I mean, diesel costs are expensive, but still you're getting that 40 mpgs. So I think I put that on the list. Yeah, and you can get them. It's something cool about a Jetta like TDI wagon. There's something cool about that.
That's the dream, right? The diesel manual wagon.
Yeah, I mean, I want my Chevy Cruze manual diesel hatchback, but no one will sell me one less than 17K. So fuck you guys. There's probably like 12 ever made, but they did make them. Which is
funny. Like you can't find them, and I guarantee somebody who has, like, I know what I have. I'm holding on to it, and it's like, I'll just get the Jetta, and it's a better product all the way around.
There is just something about that Cruze diesel manual hatchback, dude. It's just, so the thing is, I saw one for 19 not too long ago with like 160,000 miles, and I was like, what the fuck? If that was a non-diesel, if that was even a gas manual hatchback Cruze, it would be 3,500. Yeah. But the manual transmission, it might be on the crux of those cars was the automatic, right? Was even worse than the.
And I think the entire cooling system and the
plastic coolant system brought to you by Cheap Plastic. But the transmissions failed all the time. Like a 25K was a transmission out service. Right. And swapping a new one. But if you get a manual, you don't have to worry about that. But even then, it's still going to be like a $3,500 car tops. It was the diesel markup was insane, but it's still cool, man. It's still on my list, Frank. I'll own a diesel manual hatchback Cruze one of these days.
One day.
And I'll hate every moment of it, but I want it.
It's okay. It's all right. All is forgiven. I'm trying to think if there was a Ford equivalent. I mean, there really wasn't. Did we ever get any Ford diesel ship boxes? I don't.
They didn't lean in. One. Yeah, they didn't lean in on diesel. They did hybrid stuff.
Like a diesel Tempo out there or something.
What was it? The Ford something Max something. What was that weird little
the
hatchback C-Max?
The counterfeit Prius.
Yeah, that's what they leaned in on. I think that hybrid technology instead of getting the diesel going.
Yeah, I know what the C in C-Max stands for, but it's far too offensive to discuss here on the pod. So
that's never been said before.
That's how spicy it is.
Are we missing anything, dude? Are we missing any?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure
we are. There's got to be something in there. I do like that the first Accord hybrid.
Oh, okay.
That would have been like an 05
IMA, right?
Yeah, and it was like similar to the GS450H, where it was like it does give you better fuel economy, but we're leaning into the concept of it adding performance as well.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Which is fun. I think those are cool.
Yeah, few and far between. But I think we had some good stuff. I like the vintage stuff. I lean towards that. But we did name some cheap too. Like everything on our list, ELR, low mileage barred from the conversation. But is the answer ELR? Is the answer ELR?
Answer might be ELR. But if you want to go not cheap, but fuel economy and modern, I have a soft spot, and I know it's dumb.
Actually, not cheap.
Yes.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Let's
real
go.
quick. It's the wrong answer, and there's a reason why. I think I looked it up. I think they sold under 250 of these for its entire production run, and they've been making this since 2019 or 2018. LC 500H.
So I have a lot of experience with these, to tell you the truth.
LC 500H?
Correct. So
tell me.
So I worked in the transportation industry quite a while back.
Sure.
And one of our clients, a large tech company that we all have profiles on, wanted a fleet of nice vehicles to haul around the C-level execs and other visiting execs.
That's what
they
CMAX
wanted.
stands for.
They wanted their green authenticated badges on their vehicles. So hybrid it was. But then they hated the hybrid performance, so we actually got some regular LC 500s and debadged them. But the hybrids were fucking nice, though, dude.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
The interiors are
I looked the other day.
believable.
I think there's like 5 for sale nationwide.
Oh, because I oversaw the purchase of 10 of them for that fleet. So
perfect. There was a dope one where it's like blue, like a dark blue exterior with a medium blue, like light gray and orange, like almost nautical interior.
That's wild.
Sick, dude. I think with like 20,000 miles, I think the ask on it was like 68K, 69K.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's just too spicy for me, but what a cool thing. And yeah, you're getting low 30s combined.
So nice, but the performance delta was massive between that and a regular LC 500.
The regular 500 is like
almost 500 horsepower.
All-time thing. And what I worry about us on the LC 500H is, yes, it's very cool. It's like the cool hybrid luxury coupe. So much of that actually is completely bespoke to that car. The transmission is completely bespoke to that car. All the hybrid componentries, I think a lot of the braking is.
I want to say they were 135K MSRP was.
And they made, and I think they were only like made to order. Like I don't think they had them. Like you had to be like, oh, I want this, but give me the hybrid one, and then they made them to order. And so yeah, I think like under 300 global production, and so it's just like, oh, it needs a transmission. It's like probably
they were pretty
$80,000.
Though. They were very pretty.
Yeah.
So good call.
Shout out.
Fair
enough.
Fair enough.
Fair and balanced.
Or get an ELR.
Or make the adult choice. Get an ELR.
Get an ELR at the end of the day. Or I would definitely target, because I know we threw around that fuel economy challenge. I would definitely greatly enjoy any of those vintage cars we named. So that's what I'd be targeting, my friend. But I think we belabored the fuel economy. So there's options, guys. Get out there, beat this, beat the fuel crunch, and
beat the heat.
You know, do the right thing. Is it time to get quizzical, my friend?
Let's get quizzical.
I think I have something for you.
I think I'm supposed to have something for you this time.
Is this true?
Yeah, I went and checked, and you threw.
I don't know if I trust that.
Was it a Mazda Protege 5? It was something like that at me. I remember we talked about the Spectra 5, and then it wasn't a Protege 5.
No. Yes, I threw.
Suzuki you got me the Suzuki. Yeah,
Reno.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
You Reno'd.
Oh shit! So it's
me.
my turn to guess.
Yeah. So you get to guess.
Okay.
I get to read. Tell them what we're doing while I try and scramble real quick to find an ad.
Guys, this is the Automotive Print Ad Quiz Game Show, aptly named. We read a magazine printed, what's on the internet now, article about a car. It's an advertisement about a car from the 80s, 90s to mid 2000s, omitting anything that gives it away. Frank's pulling up something really nasty. We try not to do the same car, but I get 3 guesses to figure out what the heck he's describing. These ads can be all over the place. If you've ever watched the program before, you know that. 10 minutes on the clock. Every time I fail, I can ask for a little assistance. I think we can get there. Let's see. What's the spicy index of this one, Frank?
Ooh,
I don't
boy,
know. I'm ready for this.
There's some hints in here, and it's either you grab the hint and you kind of you figure it out pretty quickly, or you don't. So we're gonna say I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, that seems pretty spicy. Let's go with it.
Okay. So
That's
here
a
we go.
spicy meatball.
Or it won't be. I don't know. Either way. So here it is. It's a 2-page spread. We have the vehicle in question here. We're looking at, it's actually not a particularly good photo. For a lot of reasons. The vehicle is in black. It is on a like a brick driveway. There's leaves on the ground. It's a stately looking thing. Okay. And then there's some script around it. It's in like its own letterbox, and around the picture is this like cream letterbox with the script in it. And it's in a fancy font, and it says luxury doesn't have to be boring. The new blank. 3.5 liter, 210 horsepower V6 engine. Dual airbags, standard. Anti-lock braking system. Automatic climate control system. Power moonroof with tilt feature. Heated front seats with memory feature. And then it's got some actual scripting here.
Okay.
There are those who seem to believe that one's desire for exhilaration must be sacrificed in order to satisfy their need for luxury. We suggest they drive the new blank. This automobile is anything but boring. It's lightweight, 3.5 liter V6 churns out 210 horsepower, and the most torque in its class. That means, unlike many luxury cars, the blank delivers its power immediately upon request. All this power, however, does not come at the expense of smoothness or comfort. Thanks to a 4-wheel double wishbone geometrically enhanced suspension, and the longest wheelbase in its class, the blank has the ability to tame corners and smooth the road. The interior is surprisingly spacious, with burl wood and astonishingly soft leather. It's also exceedingly quiet, thanks to honeycomb floor panels and exceptionally solid body rigidity. The result of all these details is an impressive new flagship, top-of-the-line blank. The new blank is one luxury automobile that has absolutely everything you need, yet depraves you of absolutely nothing your soul requires. And after all, isn't that what true luxury is all about? For more information, call 1-800 blank blank. Chadwick.
Okay. Interesting.
What you thinking?
Luxury 3.5 liter.
Well, I need more water.
Get it. 3.5 liter. It didn't say what wheels were driven, did it?
Ooh, I don't think it did.
Okay. Nor do I think I saw a door count. Did I? Did I hear sedan or coupe? I don't know if I did. I'm operating with limited factors
engine, here. Horsepower, need for luxury, unlike many cars.
Long wheelbase, lots of torque.
The longest wheelbase in its class. Yeah, it doesn't give you... Actually, does not give you a door count. It does not appear so. Okay. Astonishingly soft leather.
Yes. Honeycomb floor.
Unethically soft leather. People leather. Unethically sourced leather.
Baby leather.
They're eating babies.
We're back. 3.5 liter, interesting displacement. 3.5 liter making 210 this has got to be older. It definitely, so I thought like Lexus, but that 3.5 and Lexus didn't come out, would be outside the range of our quizzes. So that kind of gets rid of that. Other notable 3.5s. I don't think we're dealing with a Dodge Intrepid here. That's where my mind goes. Luxury. So
it's got Burlwood. Oh, there was an asterisk next to the Burlwood. Although I don't see the asterisk, so it doesn't. It could be stimulated. I don't know.
I kind of feel like I know what it is, but I thought they would have mentioned. But then again, maybe it was optional. This would be the first generation of this car, which was not a sales success. Let's just do it. Let's try 1998 Acura RL.
Ooh,
Final answer.
the real luxury. Let's see. We suggest they drive the new Acura 3.5 RL.
Where was the drive? They were all-wheel drive.
No,
Second,
these were all
the
these
second gen.
This is 96.
So
this is the OG. This is the OG one.
That's what I didn't know.
Yeah, you got all-wheel drive in 2005,
but they were
which
all
was like the
all-wheel drive.
third gen, I believe.
Was it? I thought that was the second. They
had
an in-between gen?
Unless it was like it might have been like a heavily facelifted second gen. But let me send you. It's funny because it's like it talks about being anything but boring and churning out the most torque in its class and geometrically enhanced suspension.
These
and
things
about
are incredibly boring looking.
I would say maybe the most boring car, not even in its class, but maybe the most boring car of its era.
But that 3.5 would later be like manipulated and brought into other Acura and
Honda
products.
It's a J series.
But
it's an early J
these
series.
Things, like you said, if you look up the silhouette, like the perfect side profile, I don't know what it shows in the advertisement, but the side profile of a first gen RL looks like sedan in the dictionary. If you type in sedan, like the proportions are like exactly
right,
cut and paste sedan. Really? So that's where I was tripping up. Okay, well, I knew that trivia that they all did go to all-wheel drive, but
they did later. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it was 05.
Those things got pretty quick. I know those ones when they did do all-wheel drive was a pretty quick, big heavy car though.
Yes, big. Longest wheelbase. It's funny. It's like longest wheelbase in its class. Driving a luxury car doesn't have to be boring. It's like, wait, it's the longest wheelbase in its class with 210 horsepower.
Dude, that's so
does
bad.
Does not compute. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to send you a link, but like somehow eBay, the fucking link is like beyond its character limit for the chat here.
Oh wow.
Here, share. Is this gonna work? Let me try this. Yeah, it gives me like a truncated. Here we go. Here we go. This makes for good listening.
I thought the all-wheel drive ones were. Let me click on this clickbait here. It's a thirst trap. Great. So
you know me.
The all-wheel drive ones were interesting to me. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, those are sick, but those are way later. Those are 05, which would technically fit.
Okay. Yep. This is exact. It's so fucking pedestrian.
Mm-hmm.
There's like. But this, at least they have a 3/4 angle. You look at a side profile of this car, it's fucking. You literally
the entire car.
You will fall asleep. Just and the interiors too. The interior.
There is not a single interesting point on this entire vehicle, other than like general build quality, which isn't exciting.
Yeah,
but like the wheels are like a combination of a Honda Accord and like a Mercedes-Benz Gooey Duckle.
You know what this is? This is the out of the playbook of the Volkswagen Phaeton. Take a Passat, make it look like a Phaeton. They took an Accord and upped it to an RL. I think it's pretty similar. I think that's why the Phaeton failed, right? The looks were so fucking similar to like a Passat, but just over exaggerated in size.
Yeah, what's crazy is like you look at this car and like it replaced this. This was built to replace the Legend.
Yep.
Which was such a more interesting, exciting vehicle in every aspect.
Way better dimensions, longer hood, less like I feel like it had better overhang perspective. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Final year of production for the RL 2012. Wild. Roughly 400 units is what they sold.
Oh, dude, and they were super expensive too. I remember that being a thing.
Yeah, those were like 2001. Which was before the redesign. They sold like 1,200 units. 05, which is the all-wheel drive one you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They redesigned it, had their best year ever, over 17,000.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one to buy too.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are cool. I think they are cool. I think it's a lot of bang for your buck, and I think
300
really
horsepower, all-wheel drive.
Yep, huge difference.
Yeah. It's funny. I was just looking the other night about the what replaced the RL, which is a car that even less people remember, the RLX, which is just like a complete also ran. And I was like, I wonder if those are cheap.
that design generate all those generations in there. The TL, everything got ugly with the Optimus Prime kind of like front grille. Ugh.
Yeah.
Barf. Even the TL. The TL took the biggest step, dude. The TL originally looked so good. Like the Type S's looked fucking stellar. And you can get those with a 3.2 and a six-speed manual.
You get with the 3.7 in a manual.
At the very end.
Very end. Yeah, like that's a car that
God, they looked good.
Fuel
I don't
economy,
know.
pshaw.
Tell me, those RLs get 16 for sure. The all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower. But that'd be a killer, like comfy cruiser. That's right up there with like that's what you probably go to battle with, like an LS 430 with, right? That's got to be the Comparo.
I would say more. It's like it's somewhere between an ES and a GS. Because they're not nearly as big and luxurious as an LS, but they're front wheel drive architecture based.
Yeah,
they're all wheel drive, so they're I don't know.
But they're bigger than a GS. That third gen one is certainly bigger.
I don't think they are,
dude. I feel like they weighed like 4,500 pounds. I really do.
They might. I don't know.
I thought they were fucking huge slabs.
You know what? I bet you it's probably closer to an ES.
Really?
ESs are pretty big, actually.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because they went from
this.
They went off based on. Okay. What am I looking
ES.
for?
We're looking
ES.
for
What year? What year are we going with? 05?
Or
I was thinking later. I was thinking like the 3.7 with the manual versions.
Oh, I was doing the RL.
Actually, okay. You look up. Okay, fine. 2010.
Oh, okay. We'll do 2010.
What are we going?
This is good interneting, guys.
It is. It's probably 350. We go in length.
No, I'm going for just wait. So just for the mass of it all. It says the top that the SHL wheel drive was 4,110 pounds.
Okay, ES 350.
Don't be doing the hybrid all wheel drive.
You going base?
I just went RL.
With all 3605.
That's significant difference.
But what about length? I was thinking the length, not girth. I always do.
Put in the comments if you know.
Yeah, exactly. Explain. Yeah. Do you prefer length or girth? 191.7.
195.7. So the RL's a beefy.
I
remember them
4 inches longer.
Yeah, huge.
But all that all-wheel drive.
In some places that counts.
That's true.
Heavy, like 500 to 600 pounds heavier and 4 inches longer. That's significant. Come on, bro. All right.
LS 460 base is 199. The L is 204
fucking
length.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
All right.
Or depending on drivetrain, whatever, 4740 is the weight.
Disgusting.
Anyways.
Cool. Have you turned any wrenches, my friend? I still see
man.
a Mopar product in your background.
There's a Mopar product. So yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
I've been busy as all hell, but that's life. Okay. So let's pivot back real quick to the trials and tribulations of the Focus SVT.
Oh, God.
So where we last left off was I was like, God damn it, I'm just going to buy a fucking valve cover.
Yeah.
For a bolt. So good news, bad news, and good news. Good news, bad news, good news. And I don't
shit sandwich.
Shit sandwich. Yeah, which is the review, also the review of Spinal Tap's newest album. So I think we last discussed. I messaged the guy who was selling a valve cover on eBay, like, bro, can I just like send you $15 instead of $115, and you just send me one fucking bolt out of this valve cover that nobody's going to care about? Okay, cool. He's like, I'll send you a custom listing. And I was waiting. And I think the last time we talked, I was like, fuck, he hasn't sent it to me. I'm just going to buy it or whatever. But I waited him out. He sent me the custom listing, right? Sick. So I order it. Great. And I go, okay, cool. I've got it coming. Let me get my shit together. So I go in my garage. And I fucking realize that I took one of the bolts out to then take when I went to go to Ford, because I had a busted one. I was like, well, let me let me take one of the other good ones out so I can take with me to like match up and like figure it out. I can't for the fucking life of me find it.
Just buy the whole valve cover, dude.
So now I can't for the fucking life of me find it because
that's an expensive bolt to lose.
Because I'm a complete moron.
Good
so
Lord.
I ordered the one. I needed the one bolt because I'm an idiot and I broke one. I ordered a one bolt, which took a month to do between searching and back and forth and communication, and then I lost another bolt. So now I have two. So good thing was like I noticed this like an hour and a half after I placed the order for the bolt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I sent the guy a message. I'm like, hey man, I'm a fucking idiot. It would be really helpful if you actually sent me two instead of one. If you need me to send you more money for that, great. If you want to tell me to eat shit, great. You do you. But just know you would really be doing me a solid if instead of sending one of these bolts out of this valve cover that you're selling, you send me two.
Mm-hmm.
Never got a reply. Like, fuck. All right, well, bolt will show up and then I'll just turn my entire garage and my life upside down searching for this one that I know. I was like, oh, I'll put it in this place where I won't lose it. And then I promptly lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Package shows up. There's two fucking bolts in it.
Killer, dude.
Let's go. So I left him
That's
this like glowing reserve. He didn't even send me a message. It just showed up with two bolts in it.
He just does great
So I
shit.
have the two bolts. I have yet to lose them. I also have yet to install them. I've been busy. Life goes on. But moral of the story is I'm an idiot. And I keep managing to find a way to step on my dick and then unstep on my dick. And currently I'm in my current situation is my dick is unstepped on.
Okay, good.
Yeah. How about you?
Good Lord. I've been knocking out a little bit of stuff here and there.
Stuff.
I almost bought another car. Came very close. I was like one
you
message
and me both,
away.
Sir. We're not getting into that right now, but
I almost bought another Volvo V50 T5 all-wheel drive manual.
Oh, no way.
Guy had it listed for like $2,500. It was pretty rough, but it was lower mileage than mine and completely stock. He ended up, a guy came through that said he wasn't going to buy it and turned around and bought it that same day. It had some rust issues, which I was really worried about, and a big dent. So I'm kind of glad I dodged that one, but I know what the value is. What are the odds of seeing another one? It was for sale for a day. So I passed.
You did
on that.
so well on another one.
Dude, so good. And they're such cool cars, but like you can't retire on a super rare car popping up for sale. Sold a car, Tracker, did very well on that one.
You did well on that. Yes.
Put a lot of work into that truck though, and had it. Yeah, thanks, man. Like had it for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. Really liked that truck, and I did like all the big stuff, like time belt water pump, obviously new roof, new windshield. I put the effort in, right? And it's a low mileage example that drives great, runs great, all of the above, and it had like an awesome bidding war at the end, which is like what we're all after. It wasn't.
Is it gone? Is it down the road yet?
Dude, like was epic, dude. He was a big car buyer guy. So he like, I'll just send it to your account. Just give me your routing number and account information. Sent me the money over that night and then picked up the car that Monday. So the shitty thing is I'm in the middle of my leadership operations meeting that we have every day. And I see this number keep calling. So I'm like, holy fuck, let me go pick this up. I'm sorry.
I'm busy
so
at the Catalina wine mixer.
I get out the fucking Catalina wine mixer. I get out and go, hey, what's up? This is Chadwick. He goes, hey, this is the truck driver. I've been at your house for 3 hours and I've been knocking at the door. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to answer because I'm at work right now. And he's like, usually they tell you. And I'm like, no one told me anything. Like I had no heads up.
Totally happens.
Vehicles in the garage, blocked in with 3 other cars. Like I didn't have the paperwork together, anything. Like out of the blue, nothing. This is that Monday after it sold, right? So I'm like, fuck. So I got back. We finally got it loaded on the truck. I felt bad because he had like 5 other cars to pick up, you know. But dude didn't have my contact.
Hey, he's got to yell at his dispatcher.
Yeah. Oh, I would light up the dispatcher. But anyway, so that's there. I also overhauled the entire interior of our Xterra. That's part of our overlanding challenge.
Sick.
Dude, it was so gnarly in there, dude. Like, it had seat covers, and I was like, why does it have seat covers? The seats are in good shape. Stains, just like coffee, butt sauce.
Like, just absolutely pint after pint of semen.
Just human, like, byproduct.
I mean, it might not all be human.
No, most of it tasted pretty human, but it's
fair.
Those seats are very durable fabric, so they absorb a lot of shit. Yeah, so it was a stench. It had a smell in there, so it got rid of that. It was a big part of it. I got rid of the clicking blend door actuator. I did all kinds of stuff. Cabin filter. Got rid of the limo tint, which I fucking hate limo tint, dude. Like at night, you couldn't see. That thing was a Death trap. Could you
hate that
imagine
shit.
traversing a trail at night? I wouldn't. If I had to back up, I would just like
Windows
I'd
down.
cover my face and just like steer one-handed.
Jesus,
no good.
take the wheel.
Whole new vehicle. It came out so good inside, bro.
Yeah.
For like the cheapest fucking off-road Xterra in the world. But yeah. So
And did you do some light testing? Did you get it off road?
Oh, I have not taken it really off-roading yet, but everything works. I went in some dirt and tested the diff locks and unlocks perfectly, no issues at all. Hill climb assist and descent works good. It's square, dude. It's
Are
ready
you
to rock.
$1 under budget?
I'm like, I think I'm like, I don't want to spoil too much. I think I'm right up against the budget, but I'm also like letting a timing chain whine at me a little bit. But whatever, dude. It's the name of the game. But that's it, man. That's what I've gotten done. So I almost bought a car, sold a car.
I got to do some work on mine.
Yeah, it felt good, and I've been driving it. It's killer. Yeah, take us home, man.
Oh boy. Where is home? You're here. Your home. Thank you for coming to your home or our home and listening to our humble podcast. Another Pointless Automotive podcast. A lot of times we sit here and we'll plug like, oh, this is my Instagram and this is his Instagram. How about you don't do that? How about you just keep coming here?
Rude.
To Another Pointless Automotive podcast. If you'd love to continue to support us in ways other than just listening, you can watch us do more of this bullshit and drink more of this bullshit. Just really bad beverages, far worse actually than what we've got going on here. If you want to see us sloppy and unhinged, you can do that. You go to patreon.com/APApod, and you can be part of the fray and the behind the scenes, get access to our late night confidential episodes. You can simply support us there, which is great because we are still struggling to get this thing to break even, which would be rad. And do the whole rate and review if you're only listening and you haven't watched. This is also on the interwebs. There's this website. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called YouTube. The videos are there. Otherwise, you can ignore me on my other handle. That's at The Photographer's Garage. Chadwick, how about you?
Equally ignorable. A lot of people do, believe it or not, on YouTube. My Auto Obscure Garage. Yeah, check it out. There's some Xterra content on there. And some really cool Lexus content about a certain ES300 coming up. But yeah, we do appreciate it, guys. Again, subscribe to the YouTube, jump in the comments. It's fucking crazy. I love it. And it's a good time. And we appreciate everything. And we'll see you guys in like a week. See you in a week.
Give or take.
Give and or take. Later.
Bye.